20 years ago, produce markets only had a handful of different items for sale, but these days most have hundreds of different ones to choose from, especially this time of year when fruits of every different size, shape, and color are prime for the picking. But there's nothing quite like this in your produce section. In fact, I'd venture to say this is probably the best tasting fruit you've never heard of. Exotic and aromatic, one of nature's masterpieces, and one of the finest fruits in the world, at least according to Mark Twain, who once referred to them as deliciousness itself. The Cherimoya is nothing if not revered to all those who have tried them. But for those of us who haven't, what exactly are they?
It's heart-shaped. At first glance it looks like an artichoke, but once it's soft and ripe, it has a creamy custard-like texture and a tropical ambrosia flavor that's reminiscent of pineapple, mango, papaya. It just depends on what your taste buds interpret.
Considered a pioneer in the Cherimoya world, Jay Rusky first was introduced to Cherimoyas when he attended Cherimoya Elementary School as a youth. Then in 1991, he began cultivating them as an alternative to avocados, yet another subtropical fruit that thrives in Santa Barbara's near subtropical climates. In fact, so many things grow here that if Salinas is the salad bowl of the world, this would be the exotic fruit salad bowl of the world. As many as 100 different varieties of fruit from all over the world thrive on Jay's 200-acre ranch.
It's the high mountain coffee grown here in Santa Barbara, and this plant's 5 years old. You can see it's loaded with green beans. These will start turning red in July and August, and at that point we'll start harvesting them. We have to harvest them over a course of 3 or 4 weeks. Well, this is our nursery here. We just do some propagating of Cherimoyas, lychees, and longans. We have dragon fruit that's propagated. So we try to just specialize in things that we already grow. So these are like a brown lychee. They're a little bit easier to grow. They have a spicy flavor to them. And what you do is you open them up, and they have a grape-like texture. Tastes like lychee.
First cultivated by the Incas in Peru and Ecuador, the cherimoya is actually believed to be one of the oldest New World fruits. And today, thousands are being reintroduced to this edible piece of history every week as Jay hands out sample after sample of the unusual-looking fruit to eager customers at the Santa Barbara Farmers Market.
Well, the consumer is more educated because of the farmers markets. In the last 20 years, they've learned to not only expect the different fruits, but expect me, a grower, to learn more in depth about how it's grown and when it's available. Well, it's all subjective how they look. Some people run up and say that, oh, those are ugly, and some people grab and say, those are a gorgeous looking fruit.
But this fruit, like I said, so many people don't know about the fruit, and I think what turns them off from the fruit is the looks of it. They think, oh, it looks weird, I don't know if it's good, but once you taste it, it's just outstanding. To me, it's very, very tropical, very exotic fruit.
You know, you tell how they're ripe by gently squeezing them. Exactly the same principle as an avocado or a peach.
I had never, ever even heard of this thing. In fact, I asked her, how do you pronounce it, and so forth. But they're delicious, I think.
Farmers markets have instilled a community atmosphere that wasn't once there. And so when we go to the farmers market, I'm not really a celebrity, I'm just part of the community there. And food is a great social outlet for people. See how these are like teardrop shaped? That's the white. That's like what I brought over to your shop yesterday.
One of those local chefs looking for something new and exciting to round out his menu is Mike Cohn, a chef at the nearby Hungry Cat restaurant, where inventive dishes with a local flair are the norm.
It's refreshing to see somebody doing something different, not doing the mainstream, and at the same time it lends itself really well to our concept at the Hungry Cat, where, you know, the Cherimoyas aren't something that people all over town are making cocktails with.
It's important for anybody introducing themselves through the farmers markets to build relationships like at the Hungry Cat, you know, so that someday they can grow outside the farmers markets. And that's what I kind of do, is I introduce things like Cherimoyas, coffee, passion fruit, and some other exotics. I can kind of gauge the market in a non-formal setting.
So while it may not win any fruit beauty contests anytime soon, this heart-shaped gem of a fruit will make you fall in love each and every time you are lucky enough to eat a Cherimoya. For California Country, I'm Tracy Sellers.